So we got basically everyone's really excited. Everybody's really excited. So without further ado, just want to say, let's get ready for the pursuit of success. All right, that's right, guys. And on the line, we have with us the one and only from the Humble Penny Financial Academy. It is Ken Okoarofo. Good morning, Ken. Oh.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, how you doing, brother?
Yeah, I'm good, man. How you doing? Good to see you this morning.
Yes, fantastic. And thank you so much for joining us. Let me ask you very briefly, how was your weekend?
It was great. We were out in the park, had some ice cream, just chilled out, had some fun. You know, it was really nice.
Yeah.
How's yours?
Well, you know what? I sometimes I find it hard to remember my weekends because I'm usually like flying all over the place. Yeah, but I do remember that I did kind of make it a thing to stay indoors. I went to the garden, did some gardening. Yeah, did some gardening. Yep. Did some gardening.
Nice.
Yeah, nice. So with the kids in and out and stuff. So it was pretty chilled. You just need it.
Mm-hmm. No, I hear you completely.
Absolutely. And like Hugo gives the thumbs up. When you was talking about the ice creams and stuff, Hugo's like, Captain Hugo, our soundman, he's like, that's how we do it. That's how we do it. Take time. Just take time for yourself, you know? And it's very, very important, yeah? So thank you so much for joining us this morning. We've been together for the past 2 weeks. I already feel like we should have like a chair in the studios now with just KEN on it, like Ken, you know, literally just to have you here with us. However, obviously we did really want to have a goal to like just share some powerful nuggets because you've got so much to share. And initially we was just recalling your background in the first week and how, you know, the beginning of the lockdown first impacted you and your organization, what you was doing. Then the second week we kind of looked at the challenges you faced and how you overcame them. And you know, and you was giving us some powerful nuggets in between. And today we're going to be looking at building financial independence and amour, the love life, the relationship.
Yes. This is an important subject. So yeah, no, I'm up for talking about it.
Absolutely fantastic for sharing that with us. So we have our breakfast show says are welcoming you as well with fire, and they're like, welcome Ken, and everyone's excited.
Hey, nice.
All right.
Thank you people.
All right, so what we'll do, we'll just get straight into it now. So here's a question. So tell us a bit about your wife. What's she like? Just tell us a bit about your wife. What's she like?
So first of all, my wife is Mary. Her name's Mary. She's an incredible human being. And it's just full of love, full of creativity, full of energy, just full of positive vibes and abundance. And that's a really important thing.
Full of positive vibes and abundance. Wow.
Yeah. She's smart. She's just, above all, she's a good person. You know, I think that's actually a very important thing.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Because I mean, when I watch your episodes of The Humble Penny, and you know, and she's there with you on the show. At first, she didn't really speak that much. It was kind of more you. I don't know if that was how it was when it started, or maybe I've got them all mixed up. But then, you know, then I see her coming more forward as well, and I can see the confidence and the rapport between the two of you developing as well, and the structure. And I'm like, that's a blessing. That's really blessed. There. You know, that's really amazing.
No, you're right. No, you're absolutely right. It was. It did start off with me leading because it's a financial topic, and it takes a while. You know, Mary hasn't come from that area herself, but she's just grown in confidence and a lot of interest in the subject, and she just needs to be, you know, has her own energy and her own vibes and her own approach, and lots of people love her and relate to her because of that. So yeah.
See, two are better than one, they say. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So now here's a question. Here's a Dom Perignon question. So how did you two meet together? How did you two meet? And how did you two meet?
Yeah, so we it's a strange one, really.
Did you know each other growing up? Did you know each other growing up?
No.
Okay.
No, we did not. No.
Okay.
So we we met at a property investing seminar.
Okay.
So I had taken the weekend to actually it's a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, something like that. I'd taken it to go, found an ad in the newspaper saying, "Oh yeah, come to Victoria in London, come and learn a bit about property." And I thought, yeah, okay, go on then. This sounds like something I probably want to do.
Okay, pause for a moment. Sorry. So just for me to have a picture of what's happening in your life at this time. So by this time, have you started anything? Was you studying? Was you already into financial?
This was 2009. I had just literally qualified as a chartered accountant, and I'd been made redundant.
Ouch.
Not long before that. So I was just basically call it the beginning stages of my wealth building journey. So I had nothing basically. I had my flat, but that was it.
Okay, all right. And by that time, had you paid everything down for your flat, or was you renting?
Oh no, I was heavily in debt.
Okay.
I had nothing. Put it that way. It's one of the best ways to put it. I had nothing but my dreams.
Wow. Okay. That's it. But here's what's interesting. Success leaves clues. You were looking for opportunities, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So that newspaper article came about property. You're like, all right, I'm gonna go check it out.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm gonna. And I'd had a bad breakup not too long before that. I thought, I've got no one to entertain this weekend, so I'm gonna be off to go and learn about property. So anyway, went off to London to learn about property, and she also came to that event with her brother. That was where we met. We met there and got into some kind of like practical activities and so on at the event together, and we became friends. And a year later, a year later we got engaged. And then 9 months after that, we got married in 2011. So this year in the summer makes it 10 years.
Oh, he hit the decade. He's hitting the decade. Well done. Even through a lockdown, brother. Through a lockdown. Yeah. Oh, my gosh. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. So, Hugo, you done 1 year. Brother here's done a decade. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 10 years, man. 10 years in the game.
10 years in the game. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. Congratulations. I look forward to celebrate that with you. Thank you for such a big online platform.
Big.
Now,
thank you.
And here's what's interesting. It's that, you see, because of your dreams, you was in a particular place at a certain time with a particular mindset. Obviously, because of her goals and dreams, she was in a particular place with a particular mindset, right?
Yes.
So already the environment that you're in dictates who you're going to find, right? So there are some places where if you're going there to look for a partner, you're not going to find someone that will. It's not very likely you'll find something sustainable to build a dream with. So let me ask you, when you met her and obviously you were friends, what were the things that caught your attention about her as a prospective partner?
Oh, there were some really good things. So the first was just her simplicity. So she was just really plain, really simple.
That doesn't really sound like, dude, you're not selling this to us. So
no. I'll tell you why. That appealed to me. Like, she wasn't really trying to, covered in, like, nothing wrong with makeup or anything, but like covered in makeup or like dressed to over, I don't know.
To overdo it, overkill.
To overdo it. Yeah, she's just simple. Like, she just like had her.
So she was like herself.
She's just herself. She's just there, like, to learn about property, like, and very, was kind of just innocent and honest kind of person that you tell a lot about someone just by observing them. So So that stood out to me.
So
obviously, she was beautiful.
Absolutely, yeah. She has to catch your attention.
Exactly.
But that says a lot. If she didn't go overkill with the makeup and you found her beautiful, that says a lot. Natural beauty.
Oh yeah. This is what
crack.
I'm talking about. This is what when I say simple, that's kind of what I mean. It's just, and then obviously the fact that we were in this environment and we've spoken many times through the weekend, just talking about our vision and our, because a lot of the event was really about us talking about what our vision was for the future, what we'd love to achieve, and what kind of life we wanted, and so on. Just hearing all that really said a lot to me as well. So it was clear to me that this is someone who is, a potential if she was single. She was single or not.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So,
absolutely.
Anyway.
Okay. So, and I like what you said there. You said observation. So many times when it comes to relationship, people go straight in with feelings. They're all about feelings. But with you was observing certain things about her. You was observing her characteristics. The subject is about a vision. So you was listening to the things that she had to say. Am I correct in saying that?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. And even when you went beyond that, we didn't just we had to really, and this is both ways, by the way. It's not just
exactly
in one direction. I had to really just make sure that we were both our money mindset was at the right place in there. And this is a key thing that really helped us as well. Even when we came to the stage of taking things quite seriously and maybe even considering getting married, we got some marital counselling type things done, where we had to really talk about what our views of money is and what our debt situation was. So we were really practical about stuff like this, just talk about that stuff, because it's easy to get into a relationship with the wrong person, and that could be very, very costly.
So it's interesting. Yeah. It's interesting how you said that. So it's easy to get into a marriage with the wrong person, and it can be very costly. And we're not just talking about divorce, right? We're talking about life essence here, right?
Yeah. Headaches,
Headaches, right? And you said marriage counseling. So was that something that was done like a marriage counselor or something with your church? How did that work?
That was done at the church. So that was a requirement. Initially, we were like, okay, it's actually a long session. It's about 8 weeks long.
Wow.
It covered everything, every aspect of marriage, dealing with in-laws, sex in a relationship, money, children. So that basically there was almost no stone unturned, as it were, because I've heard of people who've got into relationships, and then one person goes, "Oh, I didn't know you wanted children. I don't want children," and they're already married, and this has led to the worst possible outcome. So that event of those counselling sessions for weeks just helped us really just put our cards on the table and say, right, this is how much debt I've got. This is what my assets are. This is what I think about family life. I'd love to have these many kids one day, God permitting. You just talk about stuff and just, because you've got a third party guiding you through the process. So that really, really, really helped us just build a really good foundation before we then got married as well.
That's absolutely that's fantastic. And you know what's interesting about that is that what you said just there about having that third person, having that environment of openness, laying your cards on the table, and not many people would think that mindset to financial etiquette would be a thing, right? The way that we see money, the way that our thoughts are about money, that would be a thing open for discussion. Usually it would be about the practicalities of living together, children, you know what I mean? But not about how the person's mindset is about money, because this does have an effect on the growth and development of the couple. Huge. Absolutely.
I say that because, just to touch on this, it's actually really, really important. So a lot of talk about money is actually 80% psychology and mindset and things like that, and 20% like, oh, go and open a savings account and start investing. That's about 20% of it. And that 80% I talked about is really a lot to do with what's known as your money blueprint. So what got wired into you as you were growing up. So up to the age of about 8, your subconscious mind is just downloading or just grabbing everything around it. So words you're hearing from your parents, things you're seeing around you, they form who you become in your adulthood. So your adulthood is all about your conscious mind, but a lot of your childhood it built up your subconscious mind. So from a mindset perspective, a lot of what we see happening as adults now is actually a result of what happened in childhood. So people who, in a relationship, one person's a spender, love to spend money, the other person loves to save money, right? A lot of that's driven by what they picked up from their parents and the core beliefs that have become the foundations of their lives. And that can cause massive problems in relationships if they're not aligned at the very start.
I like how you said that, if they're not aligned at the very start, because usually when it comes to couples, when they join together, they're having to figure out a lot of mess and do a lot of uprooting in the middle of the journey when they see what they're doing is not working. But what you're saying is that if we can get it right from the start, have that open discussion, including money as well as the other things, our mindset about money, it gives you a fantastic trajectory to start the relationship, right?
Oh, huge. It's a huge advantage. I always use the analogy of building a house. You don't want to just start on those rubbish foundations and then come back and go, oh man, we need to start unpicking all these bricks and then fix the foundation. We'll try and get it right at the start. Not jump into things. Just really try and have some really meaningful conversations. Do your homework of understanding someone, really understanding them.
I like really understanding them, guys. Really, not what you feel you want to see and know. Really understanding this person. No feelings attached. Just use your brain. Understand.
I tell you why I say it. It's like there are two things that happen financially when you marry someone. It's either your net worth goes up or your net worth goes down. It's just one of those two things financially.
Wow.
So if you always enter the relationship with the wrong person, it becomes not only does it become expensive immediately as time goes by, but if it becomes a relationship that goes nowhere in the end, it becomes even more expensive. Because people then start to talk about divorce and what have you.
Yeah. Here's a question. Do you think a married couple should have the same bank account?
Yes. So I personally believe they should have their own individual bank account, but they should have a joint account.
Okay.
So by that I mean, so we've got individual bank accounts, because we've always had them, but where all our transactions and all our income comes into one account and goes out from one account to go towards different places where they're going to be either invested or used to pay towards insurance and what have you. But the reason I mention that is for transparency. It's really that. Yeah, it's really transparency. I grew up with my parents having very different bank accounts, and imagine you're in a marital relationship. You don't know how much your partner makes and how much they spend.
Yeah,
that's just crazy in my personal opinion.
Yeah,
so
it's insane.
That's just a recipe for problems.
Yeah. Wow. All right. So that's a powerful tool there. Now here's an interesting thing. So I'm going to ask you two questions, okay? Before we just go for a time. We're going to go for a timeout in a moment, but I'm going to give you a chance to think about it while we play this song. The first question would be, what were the challenges that you and your wife faced, as you got together, all right? Because obviously I believe you both were on the same page to head towards financial independence, right? So how did that conversation go? What was the challenges? And then what kind of practices did you two create together to help you on your journey to financial independence? All right. Yeah. I'm going to send it over to you, but I'm going to let you to mull over that for a little bit. Guys, sure. So this is Ken Okoarofo from the Financial Academy, literally giving us some powerful bars on how to gain financial independence, and love, life, and relationships is such a fundamental part to financial independence, as we're hearing from him today.